Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues and friends, and all of you who are joining us online, good afternoon. 我是来自平顶山学院的王春云，很高兴也很荣幸能参加2022年“一带一路”明心通健身气功大讲堂。我将用8次课的时间给大家介绍健身气功8段锦的初级课程。I'm Wang Chunyun from Pingdingshan University, Henan, China. It's my pleasure and privilege to join this 2022 Belt and Road Heart to Heart House Qigong Lecture Hall. I will use 8 sessions to introduce to you an introductory level of House Qigong 8段锦 course. 通过这些课程的学习，您将会掌握健身气功8段锦的功法操作，主要包括动作规格、技术要点、易犯错误和纠正方法，以及公理功效。From this course, you will learn the step-by-step instructions for each movement, some critical points for performing the movement, common mistakes and corrections for each movement, and the health benefits you're going to gain by practicing the movements. 今天我将与大家分享以下内容：1. 健身气功礼仪； 2. 习练健身气功8段锦功前准备； 3. 健身气功8段锦完整演示； 4. 健身气功8段锦预备式。This afternoon, I will be sharing with you first the house Qigong etiquette, second, preparations for practicing house Qigong 8段锦, third, a demonstration of house Qigong 8段锦, fourth, the ready position of house Qigong 8段锦。希望今天的课程能作为您学习健身气功8段锦功法体系的一个良好开端。I hope today's class serves as a good start for you to learn house Qigong 8段锦。首先，让我们学习健身气功礼仪。Now, let's get started with the house Qigong etiquette. Hello everyone, welcome to the House Qigong class. Today we're going to talk about the House Qigong etiquette. Etiquette is a critical element in traditional Chinese culture. We have ancient classical texts discuss specifically about etiquettes. There are different etiquettes for different people, different ceremonies, and different situations. Or we can say the etiquette in traditional Chinese culture is a projection of the moral and ethical principles and how we interact with the world and with other people based on these principles. Etiquette is especially important in learning process. Therefore, a house Qigong class should also start and end with proper etiquette. House Qigong etiquette is a bowing movement. It is essential in house Qigong performance, as well as house Qigong classes, even when we practice house Qigong alone. We should start and end with bowing as etiquette. In the house Qigong class, both the teacher and the students should make the bow. It is a gesture for the teacher and the students to show mutual respect and gratitude. In the house Qigong performance, we make the bow to show our respect to the audience. It is also a signal of the beginning and ending of the performance. While we practice alone, the bow reminds us to be grateful to the ancient and present teachers, and to the practice itself. By this bow movement, we may also prepare ourselves, both the body and the mind, to be ready for the practice. Our hands should cover on the navel in the movement, which helps us to focus our mind. The navel is a critical area in both health Qigong practice and traditional Chinese medicine. And it has many other names, such as Shen Que, which means the palace of mind. Qi Shi means the house of Qi. And Shen Men means the gate of life. We will talk about it more in the future classes. Now let's go back to the bow movement. I will show you how to perform the bow as it requires for health Qigong etiquette. There are generally 5 steps. Stand upright, put your feet together, relax, and look forward to your teacher, your students, or the audience, with a natural smile. Overlap your hands and cover on the navel. Extend the elbows laterally to be in the same vertical plane as the body. Bow forward for around 30 to 45 degrees. Then pause for a few seconds. Straighten your body back to previous posture. Look forward to who you bow to with the same natural smile. Finally, lower both your hands beside your body. Relax and adjust your breath. Let's practice again. Now we have learned the health Qigong etiquette. We can start our practice now. I hope you have an enjoyable time in the following classes. 现在您已经了解了健身气功礼仪、礼仪的重要性以及如何正确的施礼。Now you understand the health Qigong etiquette, why it is important, and how to do it accurately. 下面让我们来学习健身气功8段锦的功前准备。Let's move on to the preparations for practicing health Qigong 8段锦。Many people are not aware the importance of the sufficient preparations for a traditional Qigong practice. They may just simply stretch their bodies or do some aerobic exercise activities as warm-ups. Most people often go without preparations. This will influence the effects of the practice and even cause unintentional injuries. For some people, they may even lose their interests in doing the Qigong practice because they may not get the full benefits from a rushed practice. Therefore, it is important to take the time to prepare for a Qigong practice. By doing so, it will leave you feeling the benefits for a much longer time afterwards. Hello everyone, welcome to the Health Qigong class. Today we're going to learn the necessary preparations for a Qigong practice. It includes the following 6 aspects. 1. Stretch your breath or focus on rhythmic breathing. 'As you prepare for a Qigong practice, settle into a full, relaxed rhythm of breathing. The general requirement for breathing is to breathe evenly and slowly. The quality of your breath is directly related to the quality of your practice. If you want a good practice, you need to adjust your breathing properly in advance. 1. Make sure your goal is a state where the breath rolls in and out smoothly, like calm waves. The simplest and effective way is to do some deep breathing. For example, you can do the heart relaxation breathing. The heart relaxation breathing consists of deep breathing through your nose and exhaling while pronouncing ha. 2. No rushed exhales, no gasped inhales. However, do not force it, or you will only generate a new form of tension and distract yourself from the practice. 3. Stretch the breath before you begin your practice, which will help you relax more and will help you commit yourself better to Qigong practice. Settle your mind for the practice. Settling your mind is one of the most important things before your Qigong practice. When you practice Qigong, the general requirement is to attain a mental state of calmness. So, adjust your mind properly in advance. Concentrate, but don't be too nervous or have big mood swings. If your focus is scattered, your energy will be scattered too. In addition, settling the mind is one of the most important skills that Qigong will help you to cultivate. This is a skill that will not only bring you peace, but potentially help reduce blood pressure and stress levels, all effects that will prolong your life. Do not waste time and create tension by trying to force the mind to be silent. Instead, look for silence underneath the noise of randomly daily thoughts. Focus your attention on watching your breath. As thoughts come up, no matter how clever or seemingly prevalent they are, notice that you are thinking them and turn back to the breath. Gradually, the mind will become quieter. You can settle the mind as you are stretching your breath. Warm up your body for the practice. Before the formal practice, you should do some warm-ups to make sure your body is ready for the practice. Make sure your body is warm and flexible to avoid injuries. This is the first and foremost important aspect and fundamental rule for Qigong practice. You can't just look at the time in a hurry and start practicing right away. If so, the efficiency of the practice would be adversely affected and greatly compromised. Before beginning to practice, become fully warmed up by doing preparation exercise, such as stretching exercise. This helps to bring your body into the state ready for practice and helps you to get the most from your practice. Wear comfortable clothes and well-fitting shoes. Change your clothes to make you feel comfortable, relaxed, and ready for the Qigong practice. Actually, the very act of putting on fresh, clean, and comfortable clothes for Qigong practice sends a clear message to your brain that this moment is different and you are transitioning into a new stage of your day. Choose an appropriate place. It would be nice if you could do your practice in a good natural environment, a home environment that allows you to do your Qigong practice safely. For example, you should do your baduanjin practice at a place which has a flat area, fresh air, and a comfortable temperature, and is a quiet place. Set up a regular time. Set up a regular practice time, so your Qigong practice becomes a part of your daily routine. In order for the exercise to be effective on your body and mind, you should do them regularly. Just like Tai Chi, Qigong delivers the best results when you establish a fixed routine in your daily life. To start with, you can practice twice a week for 30 minutes each. Depending on what purpose you want to use Qigong for, you can form a routine that best fits your schedule. In summary, you need to make sufficient preparations before your Qigong practice. These preparations determine whether you can do your Qigong practice with good quality and whether you can truly experience the enjoyments and benefits of the practice that Qigong brings to your mind, body, and breathing. There may be additional or different preparations you would like to do for your Qigong practice. It will be fine as long as they are helpful for your practice. In our next session, I'll show you some warm-up routines that you can use in your daily practice. I hope you have had an